Let's be honest, the world can seem scary. Violence, poverty, disease, corruption, pollution. The problems just seem too overwhelming, too big. You are just one person, right? Not if you are a Rotarian. You are part of a club, part of a district, part of an international network of 1.2 million Rotarians in 35,000 clubs in 200 nations. This makes you part of the largest and most impactful service organization in the world. As Rotarians, you have roughly the same human power as the world's most powerful militaries, but you are woven into the fabric of the community. Rotary as a global organization connects you with a network of passionate community leaders focused on positive change through service and the four-way test. Rotary's 6 areas of focus strengthen that network into a powerful force for peace. So, what if we started thinking about Rotary as more than a collection of service clubs and just started thinking of ourselves as a global peace-building force? What if together we wage peace? Just imagine Rotarians building a world beyond war. But first, some background. Did you know that we are living in the most peaceful period in human history? Wars are less common and kill less people. Violence against women and children is the lowest in history. Homicides have decreased dramatically in much of the world. Genocide and other civilian killings are less prevalent. The number of democracies is increasing every year. People are living longer, healthier lives. Girls are getting a better education. And human rights are recognized in much of the world as a cornerstone of basic governance. The world is not falling apart as the media might lead us to believe. In fact, measurable trends support the emergence of a global peace system that today rivals the global war system. Trends that led to the development of international institutions like the United Nations aimed at preventing war. Trends about the protection of civilians. Trends proving nonviolence is more effective than armed resistance. Trends toward the proliferation of peace education. Trends favoring the economics of peace over the economics of war. And trends leading to the flourishing of international law, treaties, and courts. So what if we changed our mindset as Rotarians to match the current realities, the current science? The good news is, Rotary already set us up for success with the 6 areas of focus. When you build economic opportunity for communities, Rotary builds peace. When you provide education where education is not available, Rotary builds peace. When you provide clean water and sanitary conditions, Rotary builds peace. When you improve on the health of women and children, Rotary builds peace. When you prevent and treat disease, Rotary builds peace. And when you focus specifically on peace and conflict prevention and resolution, as a cornerstone of your club's activities, Rotary directly builds peace. We are this close to ending polio, but what's next? For over 100 years, Rotarians have been advancing understanding, goodwill, and peace through their service work. Now, with the Peace Area of Focus and network of over 1,000 Rotary Peace Fellows, we're ready to take it to the next level. Peace building is about community building. We're ready to train leaders, including youth, to build peace and to prevent and mediate conflict. Convene people and resources to increase the peace-building impact of Rotary service projects in all areas of focus. Empower Rotarians everywhere to create sustainable peace building in communities and regions affected by conflict, and more. You are a Rotarian, and you build peace. This is your call to action. Start a peace committee in your club. Volunteer to be the peace chair for your district. It is a Rotary-supported position. Support the Rotary Peace Centers by recruiting qualified candidates. You can lead your club to engage in at least one service project annually that promotes nonviolence or raises understanding of the root causes of violence. You can start by joining a Rotarian Action Group. Through the Rotarian Action Group for Peace Hub MAP, you can connect with other Rotarians and peace committees. Tap into the expertise of our Global Peace Fellow alumni community through the new Peace Hub MAP. So, the world isn't that scary after all, because peace is you, and you are Rotary. Go wage peace.
Thank you, and I'm sorry that that was just addressed to Rotarians, but it is to all of you as well. But Rotary has set some very good examples, doing good in the world, and now we need to train with peace education to bring about peace in the world. And our Peace Fellows are an army we've sent out there, but we need to join them. So this message came to you from our Rotary Peace Fellows. Oops, I've moved forward too fast. Oop, I don't want the elephants. So, what I'm saying is, with this world peace, hooray, we've come to world peace. Is this your vision for world peace? Do we believe we will one day celebrate world peace as we might the eradication of polio? Or do you subscribe to the idea, oops, I'm trying to do a few things here, so I'll have to go back. So do you subscribe to the idea that peace is a journey, not a destination? Do we believe world peace is a fantasy, the joke assigned to a beauty pageant consultant? That in our society, a lot of people think that's what peace is, other than the end of war. Our countries are not at war. I know we have some conflict here between some other countries and yours, but we don't, as a general population, consider we are at war. We give back to our communities and lead peaceful lives. We are not responsible. Keep moving. We are not responsible for the problems in developing countries. This is what we say to ourselves. Because the elephant in the room is that we are. We all have opinions. We are being asked our vision of peace at this symposium. Is it the absence of wars, all wars, or just interstate wars? Is it avoidance of conflict? Some of us think that's what we need to do, avoid conflict. Is it the end of poverty? I thought this was probably typical of some of our meetings. Should we be passive and obedient? Is peace quiet and acquiescent? Or might peace need rebranding? Is mediation and conflict resolution the full story or far too narrow? Is conflict prevention confusing because conflict is unavoidable? If global peace is our vision, what is our elevator pitch, we call it in Rotary, our elevator pitch to bring about this social change? What can we say quickly to someone that peace means? Because we can stand there forever saying, well, it means this to you and this to me and all the rest of it. The Peace Is video speaks of training leaders and youth to build peace and mediate conflict, a peace system to rival the war system. A young man I know now who works in this area says he learnt that peace is possible by joining the army. And he thinks we need to train just as hard as our military to bring about peace. Do we need to engage in a rigorous training as our military personnel to avoid this sort of thing? Rotary's mission of world understanding, goodwill and peace, the four-way test, the Rotary Peace Fellowship, Peace Polls, Peace Cities, which was started in Australian country Rotary Club, Wagga Wagga, a little place in country Australia, and the number one area of focus for the Rotary Foundation, global grants. Rotary assisted with the UN Charter. Does Rotary have a profile in the peace field? Or do we have to work on that? Do we have to train rigorously to take that focus? The Peacebuilder Club program was created in a district in California, no, Portland, Oregon, by past District Governor Mike Caruso as an adjunct to the Peacebuilder District designation, which you may know about. The program I see as having the potential to strengthen the relationship between the districts and the clubs and to enable the graduates of the Rotary Peace Fellowship to form partnerships in designing and implementing peace projects. So they're the three goals of the Peacebuilder Club program: to promote the Rotary Peace Fellowship by reaching out to graduates. They are not just trained in conflict resolution against war or against major conflicts. They are in every aspect of our societies. As I mentioned yesterday, I know a peace fellow who's responsible for the disaster management program that India is following. So he has that particular expertise. And I'm going to be talking to our Nepalese friend here about training Rotaractors and others in Nepal using people like our wonderful peace fellows. Apply peace principles. Do we know what peace principles are? That's the education that these people received. Engage in peace education to learn peace skills. Peace is practical, as we've just heard this morning. It's really just about having a smile on your face and having manners and caring about other people. How to in your clubs and in your districts? Well, the major thing is that we need to have a focus of peace at the district level. So we need to have a peace chair appointed in the district. Then these other strategies. We need to be strategic. It's my friend and his training, military training. We need to be strategic. We need to be focused. And it must be, with Rotary, we have changes every year. We have new district governors. We have new peace presidents in our clubs. There must be continuity. We must have this sustainable beyond our tenure. It can't be just about our year. So why do I talk about using the Peace Fellows in this way? Because they are a force to be reckoned with, actually. But we've sent them out in a sort of scattergun approach, because we've looked at them as being our army to do our work for us. But now we need to reach out to them to gain from their education. The Rotary Peace Fellows are committed to careers in peace. They come into the program, their eligibility is based on their ability to do good, or what they have been doing good, service above self, before they go for their peace education. So that, in fact, mirrors what happens in Rotary. Many of us learn about service above self when we become a Rotarian. But now we need to have peace education. So what we have done in our district is provide these materials, and they are easily providable. What I'm saying is here, you put them on the district website and you sign an agreement. It's all about relationships between the district and the club. So the district governor signs off on an agreement that the club looks at a group of criteria, easily managed, and they say, yes, we'll do that for this year, and we'll work with you, with your peace chair, and reach out to peace fellows. What's so good about this is the specific interests of even individuals in the clubs, or the club itself, are addressed by connecting them with the peace fellows. So I've had clubs reaching out to me to say, well, we have a problem in our district with the homeless and with how the police handle that situation. So we need training as to how to approach this. So yes, we've got Peace Fellows that can help you, so we connect them. And Peace Fellows are more than happy, as Taylor said to you yesterday, more than happy to help with their expertise. I had a conversation over breakfast about listening and hearing, and this is what it's about too. We need to listen to our members. We listen to their needs, because you can get lost in a club. You can join a club and be really enthusiastic about doing projects, but if you have to then conform to what the club has been doing for many years, you can not find a place for yourself. So if we, as a district, listen to our members, connect them with the projects that they are interested in, and we can help them locate Rotary Peace Fellows. That Mike Freem is at the Rotary International. He's the alumni relations person. He looks after the database. But we need more than that, actually. We need a database of these Rotary Peace Fellows with their skills, because it's not often obvious in the job that you are doing. It doesn't always mirror the things you do afterwards or your particular skills. The other thing about this is you work with other clubs, you work with other districts. These are the peace principles I was speaking of. These are the things that our Peace Fellows get involved in. Number one is do no harm, and that's what I think we all have to keep in mind when we're doing anything. We might think that we're doing the right thing for a person by whatever it is we're doing with our service projects. The first thing is to recognise that we can't impose our values and our understanding of peace on anyone else. This is a peace project I'm talking to Rindra about tomorrow. It's with our youth, and it's really empowering those children to be, or not even children, it can go right through to adults. It's about collaborating, it's about listening effectively, it's about speaking effectively so that people understand what your needs are. So this is maybe our vision: Rotary plus peace education equals peace. There will not be a development of peace drops for distribution by Rotarians or our Peace Fellows. We can, however, look to the lessons learned from our polio eradication program regarding partnerships, funding, education and infrastructure, and we can build on the goodwill established by that program. The graduates of the Rotary Peace Fellowship are offering to lend their expertise in all of these areas to assist Rotarians pursue peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine, for the excellent video what you presented about